Hi, good people. Welcome to Under the Radar with myself. I am CM. I am the only one here this week because ALW is going to be on SmackDown with our good friend Sammy. So I'm recording a little bit early because I kind of want to take a nap before we do Rampage. So by the time this drops, you will have already seen our Friday night fights. But to remind you all again, we are live on Tuesdays at 10:30 for the cookout. That is where all four of us come together and we talk about all things wrestling because it's awesome. We also take a time to watch some wrestling live Fridays beginning 8 p.m. with Sammy and Anika as they talk about Friday Night SmackDown. I don't watch it because I don't have to. I come in around 10 p.m. where we watch AEW Rampage. ALW comes in between those. Also, starting this week, on True Hill Gaming's Twitch stream, we have GCW watch alongs. I gotta check my device real quick. So we are starting that off Saturday, February 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern with Sammy and ALW to watch the first GCW session of the day. And then at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sammy and myself will be watching the second GCW session for the day. So come watch us watch GCW on True Hill Gaming's Twitch. Because it's on Twitch, that means we make it a little bit more ratchet. We'll see. But let's go ahead and start this review with AEW Dark Elevation. To be quite honest, Dark Elevation was kind of missable this week. We did have Jericho Appreciation Society starting off against the boys. And by Jericho Appreciation Society, I mean 2.0. Usually, it was a good, entertaining, short match. Very, very short. Boys lost, sadly. I personally like the boys. I would love to see what they do with them going forward, but who knows? Juice Robinson was also on the show. Juice has lost some of his luster. I need them to book him in something kind of strong soon. Otherwise, a really talented member of the roster would get lost in the roster. I personally would put him with someone like a Swerve. We see how well that's kind of going for Parker Boudreaux. For Parker, his last name today is not my friend, as well as Trench, whatever we call this man now. They give up very menacing vibes, while they're also learning a lot of in-ring, like technical stuff. So while Juice already has like the technical stuff down and he has a personality, having him against Swerve or with Swerve could be a boost that he needs. He is a really good singles wrestler, but Noah has really captured that as much as we would love to see it. Dark Order, of course, is there. They try to get the boys to come over with them. The boys eat paper after a bunch of shenanigans. It wasn't anything. Yuka Yuka versus Billy Stark was good. Billy Starks is, if she chooses to sign somewhere soon, she will be a major asset. However, I can also see her not signing to someone and continuing to develop across the world. I don't quite know which one I like better for her, but I'm glad she has her options open and she's really, really good. The main event was Best Friends and Orange Cassidy versus the Spanish Announce Project, which is just Luther and Serpentico, no Angelico on that one. And Zach Clayton. It was a match. Oh, that wasn't the main event. Apologies. It just kind of bored me. We then had, I'm skipping some stuff because we had Powerhouse Hobbs and of course Powerhouse Hobbs won. Top Flight versus Butcher and Blade. I need Butcher and Blade to be in some type of something with someone soon. I want to see them wrestle. They are too talented to be wasted away as they currently are. This was a great match. It was a great, like, kind of tune up before the trios match stuff. Yeah, that one you should watch. We then have Diamante, Amy Sakura, Maria Shafir, Nyla Rose defeating Hyena, Hera, Madison Rain, Queen Aminata, and Sky Blue. All of these women have a really good dynamic, and I could see a lot of different feuds coming from this. But we got to develop our women, and we got to have more time on Dynamite and Rampage to get them just off of Dark and Dark Elevation, because yes, YouTube is great and it's getting more exposure, but these women also need to get used to wrestling in front of like crowds before the crowds are kind of dead. We then have our main event, which is Blackpool Combat Club versus Ari Daivari and Tony Nese. Question for everyone, because I want to know if I'm the only one who has noticed, but Josh Woods, he just peaced off from Tony Nese. Nobody seems to know. Okay. It was a good match, but I have a lot of questions about Blackpool Combat Club. Like, they saying him Brian in or out. It was a good match. I might not go out of my way to watch it, but if you do watch it, it is a good match. You will be highly entertained, and you'll be impressed with the wrestling. Like, Dark Elevation this week, the matches kind of felt skippable, but also it was also good to see the development for some folks that may not get a lot of airtime. They have made a lot of progress. They've grown a lot. I am very interested in seeing how things go forward, but I think as far as Dark Elevation, we're kind of building more and more stars. So that will be interesting to see what happens next, if who graduates from Dark Elevation to Dark and who goes from Dark to Dynamite and so on and so forth. That'll be really interesting to see. I see a lot of different potential to happen, so who knows. Let's go to our Dark review. So a match I want to watch just because this week Rouge has put on a banging ass performance. Rouge versus Aiden Park, pretty good. I liked it. If you aren't like a Rouge fan or don't want to see more Rouge, you might not have to go out of it. We have the Dalton Castle, this voice makes his return. So of course, watch that because we are fans of Dalton Castle over here. Trying to think, is there any? Okay, we do have Takesha versus EJ Naduka. You know those matches that you see the future in, and like, yeah, like it's gonna be good, it's gonna be entertaining, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. Yeah. I wish AOW was here to speak on MLW, because technically on screen, Naduka is still like one half of the tag team champions, but he's no longer in the company. He was Ezra Judge, and I knew I had seen him before. He was Ezra Judge in NXT, but like, I I don't want to give away too much of the match because like I enjoyed it. I've kind of watched it a few times, just because it's the future. Like you are literally looking at, unless they completely botch it, you are looking at two future stars, and yeah, yeah. Takesha's already on the trajectory. Asian, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have enough words about it, so yeah, that's what we are. Me without enough words about what we're gonna do. Yeah, take the time. Take the time to watch this. Um, Dalton Castle, Takesha, those are two good enough reasons to watch Dark. Um, Again, there's a definite difference between Dark Elevation to Dark, and even some of the folks from Dark going back to Dark Elevation to kind of like elevate other talents, which is kind of what Nyla Rose and Diamante and Marina Shafir do. Um, it helps. The little things they pick up as they are going against each other more and more and more, it definitely helps. So, yeah, take time. Take time. Dark and Dark Elevation this week. Watch them. Watch them. Okay. We are now going to go into Impact. Impact was good. Okay. So I'm going to go backwards. Joe Henry. Joe Henry and his people, because we all believe in Joe Henry. He, all throughout the night, Matt Cardona just has the absolute worst look. Like, at first he's mistaken for Joe Henry, and he goes to this nice dressing room only to be like, oh yeah, you're not him. And then he has to go to a closet. Then his best friend singing his opponent's theme song. And he has to get dressed in the parking lot. He just has shit awful. Like, yeah, it's the drizzling shits for him. He finally gets to Joe Henry. He gets hit with his partner's move. He gets speared by Moose and he loses. It's just like if all the bad things in the world could happen to one person, it was him. So we have that. It's very, yeah, you gotta laugh at shit like that. That was for the Digital Media Championship. That was the end of the night. We do have a segment that I kind of want to talk about, which is Kazarian talking to Callahan about the design and like what's going on. Kazarian challenges Connor or Khan to a match at No Surrender. No Surrender is happening relatively soon. And next week's show is going to be headlined or main evented by Rich Swann versus Kenny King. I'm looking forward to that because I know that's going to be an amazing match. PCO versus Shira was okay. It's PCO. Fucking insane. He wins. We have Mo City Machine Guns talking to Kushida and Ace Austin and Chris Bay interrupt. Yeah, there's gonna be a 6-man tag, including Kenta over there. So it's gonna be Motor City Machine Guns and Kushida versus Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Kenta. Shit, sign me up. I'm gonna skip around a little bit more. Jordan Grace versus Steph D. Lander. Yeah. Mickey James and Tommy Dreamer versus the Good Hands. I love Impact because of the intergender wrestling they put on. They always make sure they play to everyone's strengths, and it's never it's very, very rare that it's, oh, this is man versus woman. It's, oh, this is a bomb ass wrestler versus another bomb ass wrestler, which is what we get. And we end up with Mickey pinning one of the members of the Good Hands, and then Bully Ray kind of distracts her. Masha Slamovich comes and slams a bitch, and that's how we end there. My personal thing of the night was Killer Kelly and Taylor Wilde versus the Death Dolls. And the Death Dolls win. No offense to Killer Kelly and Taylor Wilde. However, Taylor Wilde throws out a card. And the card that she throws out is because she's reading the cards. That's her new thing. She's into tarot. She throws out, I think it's the Devil card. I think. I'm trying to double check right now what it was. Yes. She tosses out a Devil card at Killer Kelly, which is kind of like, for some folks, it signals like evil and bad things. But that card is very interesting because after the match, we have Father James Mitchell comes back. And he's like at Rosemary, like, hey, it's been a while since I saw you. Last time I saw you, some interesting things had happened. And it's like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm here to put a hex on you. And we're like, hex? Now that's names that we haven't heard in a while. Out comes the Hex, which is Allison Kay and Marty Bell. They are back on Impact. Super excited about this. Please book them correctly. Impact needed some more women. They needed some more tag teams for women. And this is the team that I am excited to see. Oh my God. We are going to have some bangers. For me, that was my time of the night. It was amazing. I loved it. Go watch it. It is just go watch it. Just go watch it. You will love like I will love, like we all love. That is Impact. And now we have two things happening right now. Got to do all the tech stuff, guys, and I have to make sure that I'm looking at my notes, because Being the Elite was good this week. So, Being the Elite starts off with the GOAT of the Jackson brothers that are not Michael and his brothers, shooting baskets and volleyballs and a bunch of different things in the gym because they are practicing for their segment. I did not see Nick miss a single shot. Just saying. The episode is entitled Good Night, Son. And we just see a bunch of different things happening throughout the night. We get back to kind of like the elite that we love, kind of vibing and just enjoying stuff. We have them doing like trios, warm-ups and stuff, just living life. The part that is most interesting and I want to call out is towards the end where Hangman is on the phone and he's fussing, he's kind of cussing, he's mad, he's angry. And he's like, like, I wanted to beat Mox, and I want to fight. And the Dark Order approach him, and they're like, they're not even recruiting him. They just want to be his fight again. And his kind of response in the middle of all of this profanity that we very, very rarely get from good guy Hangman Adam Page was, I love y'all. Y'all were there for me when I was down. However, I'm beefing with Mox. And if Mox knows I'm close to you guys, the same thing that happened with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson will happen again, but worse because Mox is crazy and I can't be associated with you. And he dips off and he keeps on cussing and stuff. And Dark Order are sitting there very heartbroken and sad. And I'm calling it now because, I enjoy being right. I've been right on most of my wrestling takes. So go back and watch some other stuff and you will see more of my wrestling takes. However, I think Hangman is going to be heel. I don't know if he's going to be with Adam Page. I don't know if he's going to be with the Elite. I don't know what's going to happen. But somehow, some way, those folks will intertwine. And it's going to be a banging ass type of summer. I see this happening for sure with everyone being lined up in their roles. Summer. So, be ready, be on the lookout. It is going to be a hot wrestling summer. All right. That is it. And that is all for me for our lovely, lovely, lovely Under the Radar podcast. please take a moment to make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Come talk to us, interact with us, because we are pretty friendly people, we like to think. Take a moment to check out some of these shows that a lot of people don't talk about, that have really good wrestling, and you see the stars of tomorrow becoming stars of today. Uh, Again, we are live Tuesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern with the Cookout, where we talk about all things wrestling and life. We are also live starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fridays for Friday Night Fights. Under the Radar drops Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we are live for most most wrestling live streams. So take a moment to come watch us watch wrestling and interact with us. Of course, tomorrow, Saturday, February 11th, we will be live on True Hill Game True Hill Heat Gaming Wrestling channel on Twitch. It's either True Hill Heat Gaming or True Hill Gaming. It's one of those two on Twitch. We'll be doing GCW watch alongs. We will start off with ALW and Sammy doing theirs at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. And we finish it off with myself and Sammy at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow for our GCW watch along. So come along again, watch us watch wrestling. Come talk to us. Pretty friendly bunch. All right. Until next time, peace, y'all.